This is how you make discipline so fun that you can't even be inconsistent. You see, most people view discipline and the grind as so boring that it's almost impossible to achieve lasting results and progress. But it actually doesn't have to be hard. I tripled my progress in the last 3 years by just making the grind fun. So you see, at the start, I had to lie to myself and convince myself that I love reading, that I love writing, that I love working out, that I love perfecting my craft. I made progress so fun that it was just impossible to be inconsistent. And I'm gonna show you exactly how. But first, let's go back 3 years ago. So this is how my days would start. I'd wake up feeling like a loser, not knowing what to do. And at this point, my dopamine receptors need some good massaging. So I reach for my phone.
Oh, cinematic hits to Amy. Action as a man is going to believe in yourself. Yes. Sigma. I think that it's important to give up the things that make.
And somewhere down the line, I just snapped. I knew that I couldn't just keep going on like this. So the number one way you make discipline so easy is to just make discipline into a game. You know how when you're playing a game and just leveling up is so fun and enjoyable, and just get this almost excitement and experience from just being able to level up every single time and achieve and rack points, rack experience. And life is no different. You gotta give yourself those small daily wins. Every single time you read a book, you give yourself that win. Every single time you read a page, or you journal for 20 minutes, or you sleep early, you wake up earlier than you woke up yesterday. All of those daily small wins, you have to track them down and give yourself credit for them, because these wins are what keeps the progress and the rotation going. Because you get better and better every single day, and it's not a result of perfection, it's a result of just showing up and appreciating these small wins every day. A lot of people struggle with progress and discipline because they make it harder than it should be. They make it unnecessarily complex, when in reality, it's as simple as you make it. It's simpler than you think. So the second way to make discipline so fun that you can't even be inconsistent is by simply having a system to rely upon. You need to write down your goals, you need to write down your visions, the things you want to achieve. And you need to also have a to-do list where you write down every single thing you're going to do today. It's by creating systems and monitoring your progress in the most clear and concise way that you just make it easy to track your wins and give yourself credit for the progress you've been making. So instead, make it easy. Take the small steps every single day, the things you can do right now. You see, the mountain you're about to climb seems so intimidating. It's probably a big mountain, so you can't focus on the end goal. You got to just focus on the next step, the next thing you can do today, right as of this moment. What is one step of action you can take literally in the next 10 minutes? And that is what you should focus on, not all the results. So when you simplify and gamify the process like this, it just becomes so easy to get consistent daily results and wins. Because it was never about the outcome or the destination. It was about just taking the steps every day, taking action on a daily basis. So method number 3 is learning how to pace yourself. Sometimes you got to slow down so that you don't have to stop, and sometimes you can speed up. But if you're just going fast all the time and you're not giving yourself the ability to slow down and gain perspective, then you're going to burn out. Then eventually you're going to have to stop. But when you learn to pace yourself properly, you can just keep going. You don't have to stop. And that's the beauty of it. You can just keep going forever and ever without getting burnt out, without getting stressed or confused or worried. So as of now, you can pick up my free 12-step self-improvement guide linked in the description, and my self-improvement course is on the way. You see, for most people, discipline is hard because there is no immediate consequence to not being disciplined, to not taking action. I believe that with the right mental model and framework, there is no way you can succeed. You see, discipline has to feel exciting rather than restrictive. If it feels restrictive, it's just a matter of time before you slip up and go back to your old ways and your old habits and the unproductive state you were in. But as soon as discipline becomes exciting and almost invigorating to your soul and to the things you want to do, all of a sudden it's easier to stick to the goals, it's easier to stick to your routine and be disciplined.